Right, 30-day listing challenge with fellow May 8th results. And I'm going to talk about today's nonsense. So the 30-day listing challenge. Today I had 33 dials. I had 21 conversations. So 33 dials, 21 conversations, 2 new leads, opportunities. Set 3 appointments. One for Friday, one for May 18th, and one for May 14th, all in person with the sellers. Well, one's a walkthrough with the contractor. The other 2 are with sellers. One is ready now. One is going to be in the future. And then the other contractor one is going to be ready in 2 weeks. And that property is in the Graduate Hospital area. So I had 33 dials, 21 conversations, 2 new leads, 3 appointments set. I had 3 listing appointments today that I did on the phone. Ow. That's how it's done. 3 appointments on the phone today. One of those appointments gave the pricing, and the person did not like it at all. In fact, they hung up on me, which I thought was very rude, not nice, and unprofessional. And I actually was bothered by it for a second, and then I'm like, consider the source. Number 2 thing that happened that wasn't positive. I have a listing contract signed. When we were talking about the contract and the pricing, the person wanted to review the contract and make some changes and this and that, whatever. So I said, well, I want to talk about the price because what you're saying right now and what we talked about, we're significantly off, $50,000. In fact, though, the price should be $25,000 less than that. So the contract came back signed with this other price on it, which was $75,000 more than it's going to sell for, and $50,000 more than I agreed to list for. So they were hemming and hawing about that, and then basically threatened me if they don't this and that and this and that. So I'm not listing that for that price because I'm not going to waste my time. It is bad for my reputation, bad for the buyers in the area because they're going to say the seller's not serious. He's just kicking tires. And it's not even in a good location. It's in a really terrible location that properties are very difficult to sell there. So why am I ever going to bother? I'm not. That's the answer. Guess what? I'm not bothering. Number 3 thing. Followed up with somebody else who for 3, maybe 4 weeks have been promising me an update. And I keep getting, I'm going to update you, this and that. And then today, which I only text like a couple times a week, and they were like, you're pushy, you're aggressive. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. You want to buy, you want to sell. Like if you're serious, you want somebody that's aggressive and is going to get it done. You don't want somebody that's going to take a week to get back to you. And so I think about that and I think, is this person really motivated to buy or sell? And I didn't like how they spoke to me either. I don't know who people think they are. They can just talk to people however they want to talk to them. But I'm courteous, I'm kind, and I'm professional. And the only time I would ever hang up with somebody is if they were screaming and cursing at me like crazy person, which I have hung up on. I have hung up on somebody before because they were screaming and F you, mother effer, biatch, all this stuff. All these really horrible words, actually. So I'm not going to tolerate any of that. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, 20 years successfully in this industry. And there's only right now brokers and agents that are in the business from 2008 before. There's only 7% of us. Only 7%, 1 in 14 are from 2008 before. That's all. So we know what it is to do the work. We know what's required. We know what it's like when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And it's not like the inflated market of things just flew off the shelves and like from, I guess, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, whatever. And no, you have to really know what you're doing in today's market, and you have to be transparent and honest with people. This is one of the only industries that I know that you have to do all this work and could work for 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, 100 hours. All of this time, you get paid nothing. You get paid zero. And then the deal doesn't close and you get paid effing zero. And people think that we make a lot of money. Most real estate agents, by the way, are broke. They live below what the average income is in Philadelphia. And this is nationwide. There's a very, very small percent that are super successful. And that's because we do the work, put the time in, and we work. What industry do you know would be working at 10 p.m. on a Saturday or 8 p.m. on a Sunday night, like in the middle of Sunday dinner? And you have family here because you're negotiating an offer. We're on call all the time. We're expected to be on all the time. And we should get paid for that shit. So I'm not taking any of this nonsense that's going on. I'm really not. 3,500 properties plus sold. My listing partner, Dara, who's also our broker, she's wonderful, been in the business 40 years, and she's done more than that many transactions. So you have very skilled and seasoned people. So no more nonsense. Today's talk time was 2 hours and 28 minutes, and that is not including the calls that came directly to my personal cell. That is only the calls that were through our CRM Follow-Up Boss. And I had 18 texts. Like I said, I set 3 new appointments. I had 3 appointments. I went to the Union Link for a real estate luncheon. I'm doing my live video. I did my walk-in this morning. I just got back from my walk, or my evening walk. 44 minutes. So I'm working on doing at least a 40-minute walk in the evening and a walk in the morning. 2 walks, the best that I can. I'm gonna make as many walks as possible. Gotta get in shape, get rid of this inflammation, and get feeling better. And what else happened today? I don't know. I think that's it. Oh, negotiating an offer on one of our commercial buildings. It's out for signature right now. So that's exciting. Just over $1 million, and negotiating another offer for a client in Glen Mills. That offer is in the process of being negotiating. We're going back and forth. And we did have a closing today, a little shell sold in South Philly. So it's been a busy day. May, June, our month, July. Now this is a sleeper. So we're doing all the work that we can now. And like I say, Peter says, pow and keep on trucking. Let's go.